Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I am a sports gamer here in MLB The Show 17 with a video of what would happen if Shohei Ohtani were to play for 30 years at the very least in the MLB. He's gonna be with the Los Angeles Angels. He is a creative player and I got him online. With all that being said, let's get this video started. So on the first season, he got 17 wins, 5 losses, 193 innings pitched, 55 base on balls, 176 strikeouts, and a 2.75 ERA. So he had a pretty good rookie season, and expect him to continue to have success, at least personal success, later on. So in second season, he had 11 wins, 12 losses, 182.2 innings pitched, 53 base on balls, 203 strikeouts, and a 3.99 ERA. So this season he was not exactly the best. He had an up and down season, and it seems that his team did not help him that much as well. He had a pretty good season when it came to keeping that base on ball ratio as low as he could. So he had a pretty decent year. Could do a lot better. Now in his third season, he had 14 wins, 6 losses, 92.2 innings pitched. 192.2 innings pitched, 64 base on balls, 212 strikeouts, and a 3.08 ERA. So he had a bounce back season, and it seems like he had a little bit more help this time around. And again, his base on ball ratio is right there. It's consistent. He's keeping it as low as he can. Let's go to next season. So in his fourth season, he had 11 wins, 5 losses, 198.1 innings pitched, 60 base on balls, 198 strikeouts, and a 2.13 ERA. This was probably one of the best seasons that you can ever see from a pitcher. Unfortunately, he did not win the Cy Young Award. Someone was actually better than him. Shame. It was actually someone better than him at all times. It's a shame. But he had a pretty good season, I must say. So, however, I think that he did not have that much help because of the fact that he only had 11 wins. I don't think he got injured at any rate. No one his pitch totals. Let's go to his fifth season. In his fifth season, he had 8 wins, 6 losses, 187.2 innings pitched, 67 base on balls, 188 strikeouts, and a 3.07 ERA. He had a pretty good season, but it seems like he's not getting enough help to have enough decisions getting turned into wins, and that's gonna be a theme for this entire video. Let's go to his sixth season, which ends up in 13 wins, 8 losses, 189.2 innings pitched, 53 base on balls, 180 strikeouts, and a 2.42 ERA. He had a pretty good season, a better season than last season in most regards, in all regards except in strikeout totals. But other than that, he was doing alright. Seventh season, he had 10 wins and 11 losses, 182 innings pitched, 61 base on balls, 175 strikeouts, and a 3.96 ERA. So this was kind of a slump season. It was like one of his early seasons in his career. In his second season, where he kind of had an ERA nearing the 4 limit. It was 3.96. So that shows inconsistency. So you're gonna see a few of those seasons during this entire scenario. Let's go to the 8th season. In the 8th season, he had 11 wins, 8 losses, 186 innings pitched, 40 base on balls, 169 strikeouts, and a 4.02 ERA. I think this was his worst season by far, because a 4.02 ERA is nothing to joke about. He's number one. He's not getting enough help to get enough wins. Because the number of decisions that are ending up in wins, it's not the amount that you would get if you were to be an elite pitcher and at the same time have enormous help on the offensive side of baseball. So it seems that he needs a little bit of help when it comes to the game overall. He has pretty good stats, although this season he was a bit inconsistent. But in other seasons, like, he has a great ERA, but yet he doesn't have 20 wins during the season. That's going to be the theme of this video. Great stats, but they don't amount to that many amount of wins. 9th season, he has 12 wins, 9 losses, 189 innings pitched, 54 base on balls, 154 strikeouts, and a 281 ERA. This was a bounce back season, but like I said, based on the season before that. The problem is the offense. There is not enough offense to help him get enough wins. And if he had an elite, if the team had an elite offense at the very least, or at least, like a top tier kind of offense, that would bat all the time, like, would be great, or at least good. The team would actually do pretty well, and he would have more wins as a result going to his number. But it seems that's not the case with them in this scenario at the very least. 10th season, 15 wins, 6 losses, 198 innings pitched, 49 base on balls, 170 strikeouts, and a 3.27 ERA. So we finally see some help from the offense. 15 wins, that must be a career high for him so far in this scenario. So in the 198 innings pitched part, like, he did alright. 49 base on balls, that's really impressive, knowing knowing how many innings he actually threw. So he's doing pretty good so far in this scenario. A couple of seasons where he could have done better, but overall he's doing pretty well. 11th season, he has 8 wins, 6 losses, 178.2 innings pitched, 67 base on balls, 161 strikeouts, and a 3.53 ERA. So he had like a mid-tier season. It wasn't in the 4s, but it wasn't inside. He wasn't like that good either. He was a bit in between, showing a bit more consistency than in other seasons, and some of the other seasons actually. But overall, he could do a lot better, especially knowing the fact that he had more walks than the season before that. So let's see how things go on from here. Starting in the 12th season, 12 wins, 9 losses, 192 innings pitched, 47 base on balls, 186 strikeouts, and a 2.72 ERA. So the theme of this video, it seems that once he has a bad season, or at least an inconsistent season, expect him to have a bounce back season the year after, where it's under the 3 mark in the ERA. So he's doing pretty well. Like, he is learning from his mistakes. 13th season, a 9-11 record, 9 wins and 11 losses, in case you don't know. 190.2 innings pitched, 63 base on balls, 193 strikeouts, and a 3.45 ERA. He's doing alright in that season. I wouldn't call it his best, but I wouldn't call it his worst either. Again, the theme here is he's doing pretty well, but he's not getting enough help from the offense. So, that might be detrimental to his career totals at the end of the day. The 14th season, 15 wins, 10 losses, 199.2 innings pitched, 70 base on balls, 190 strikeouts, 2.39 ERA. So this was a fantastic season. That's the good news. The bad news is he had more base on balls. It was still a controllable rate, but it's starting to get up. It's starting to get a bit up there. In his pitch, he did pretty well. He had more games ending up in the decision going towards him, but he had 10 losses. and ending up with 15-10. And if you were not to look at his ERA, you would think this guy needs, this guy needs to level up more, and that's certainly not the case. He's doing all right, but he could do a lot better. At least his team could do a lot better. 15th season, a 15-9 record, 184.2 innings pitched, 60 base on balls, 186 strikeouts, and a 3.90 ERA. So good news, he had one loss less than the year prior with 15-9. The bad news is his ERA is back to nearing the 4 mark. He needs to be careful there. So there might be parts of his career where he might show a bit of inconsistency overall, but so far he's doing pretty well. But he could do a lot better. But he's doing really pretty well so far in his career. So let's see how things go on in the future in that regard. 16th season, a 9-10 record, 182 innings pitched, 65 base on balls, 163 strikeouts, and 3.75 ERA. He improved a little bit on ERA compared to the year prior, but it's still not good enough for me to say. He had a bounce back season. 17th season, a 6-9 record. Yikes, what the hell happened there? 185 innings pitched, 77 base on balls, 175 strikeouts, and a 3.70 ERA. So in this point, he might be starting to get to the I might not get any better or any worse than this kind of bit. And also what makes this a lot worse is that he has 77 base on balls. He's starting to get up there in the base on balls count year by year. 18th season, 15-6, 185.2 innings pitched, 47 base on balls, 175 strikeouts, and a 3.73 ERA. So his season overall, I could describe it as meh compared to the year before, because his base on ball numbers went down dramatically, but his ERA went up even at just a smidge. But overall, he had a lot of help from the offense, which is something that you don't really see in this scenario. 19th season, 10-9 record, 183.1 innings pitched, 50 base on ball, 157 strikeouts, and a 3.09 ERA. This is kind of a bounce back season for him because his ERA improved big time. Not to be under 3, but he did all right. 20th season, 17 wins, 4 losses, the most amount of wins he has had in his career during the regular season. 190 innings pitched, 50 base on balls, 144 strikeouts, my bad, and 261 ERA. So he had a pretty good season. He's starting to improve here. The year before, his ERA was at 3.09. Now you see it at 6.21. At 2.61, and he is starting to improve. At 21st season, where the Angels finally become a champion. He's still with the Angels, by the way. 14 wins, 7 losses, 187.2 innings pitched, 45 base on balls, 74 strikeouts, and a 2.78 ERA. So he's been a lot more consistent this time around, and it helped give him a championship for the first time in his career. It took him 21 seasons to get there though, but he'll take it. 22nd season, 10 wins, 14 losses, 181.2 innings pitched, 56 strikeouts, and a 3.81 ERA. So it seems like he had kind of a downer season. It might have been championship jitters or something like that, where you kind of have a slump after winning a championship with high expectations. And yeah, 23rd season, 10 wins, 7 losses, 188.2 innings pitched, 68 base on balls, 186 strikeouts, and a 2.81 ERA. So he's having so far a kind of a up and down career. He's had seasons where he's at under 3, but then the year after he's over 3, or even to a point where he's kind of at nearing the 4 part. Even in one season he got over the 4 mark in ERA. 24 season, 13 wins, 11 losses, 191.2 innings pitched, 55 base on balls, 171 strikeouts, and a 3.19 ERA. He's doing alright. I mean, he's not. That wasn't exactly his best season, but you know, he's kind of on his learning curve. Although it's his 24th season, most players at this point would already be retired and then some. But there's a different scenario. 25th season, 16 wins, 10 losses, 189.2 innings pitched, 64 base on balls, 163 strikeouts, and a 3.75 ERA. He did alright. He could do a lot better with that ERA though. It's going up and down in his career, let me tell you. 26th season, 11 and 8, 183 innings pitched, 67 base on balls, 156 strikeouts, and 4.12 ERA. Yikes. What the hell happened with that ERA though? I mean, how did you let it go that much far over 4 when you had a pretty good career so far? So he's kind of been inconsistent throughout his entire career. He's a really great pitcher at this point, but he could do a lot better. 27th season, 13 and 9, 194 innings pitched, 64 base on balls, 169 strikeouts, 3.39 ERA. He had a bounce back season without a doubt. That ERA over 4. I mean, you should do a lot better than that. 28th season, 15 wins, 8 losses, 202 innings pitched, which is pretty good for an old-timer. 58 base on balls, 193 strikeouts, and 3.06 ERA. He's starting to kill it out there. He's having bounce back season after bounce back season. 29th season of his career, 12 and 12, 194.1 innings pitched, 55 base on balls, 189 strikeouts, and a 3.80 ERA. So he kind of went down again this time around. This time, however, he had the same amount of wins and losses. So he's kind of hanging in there, you know. 30th season, this is unheard of for any player out there in real life. You will not see any player reach their 30th season. 19 and 7, Lord! He finally reached that mark. 19 wins, 204.1 innings pitched, 49 base on balls, 182 strikeouts, and a 2.64 ERA. This was a terrific season for him. Unfortunately, he will not win anything. That's a shame. 31st season, 14 and 8, 195.2 innings pitched, 58 base on balls, 191 strikeouts, and a 2.94 ERA. So it seems that he's working more innings and he's starting to get more strikeouts per inning. And his ERA is also under 3 so far in the last 2 seasons. But all of that good fortune ends in the 32nd season. 9 and 12, 186.2 innings pitched, 53 based on balls, 182 strikeouts, and 4.49 ERA. This is his career worst when it comes to ERA. So I would say this might be his worst season of his career. But, you know, having played for 32 years, that's kind of understandable. 33rd and final season of his career. 11 wins, 10 losses, 183.1 innings pitched, 63 base on balls, 182 strikeouts, and a 3.14 ERA. And you will have to see what happens in this moment during his final season in his career.
Digging in once again, Bill Gentry. He struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. Fastball in there for a called strike. Now here's the pitch. There's a fastball that just misses, ball 1. fouled back. The 1-2 pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
That's some good hitting right there. Great eyes. I mean, to recognize that and lay off it right now, that was nice.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
So he got to break the record for the most strikeouts in a single career. Going over Nolan Ryan's strikeout record all time. So ending his career, he had 405 wins, 282 losses, 6,255 innings pitched. Yikes! That arm must be tired of after all that work, man. 1,910 base on balls. I mean, that's a lot of balls, but then again, he played for over 30 years. I mean, you gotta give him credit. 5,849 strikeouts. This is an unbreakable record by any means. 327 ERA. He had a pretty good career, and he will stand out as one of the greatest of all time. And he has a 99.5 wins above replacement. So that will be that's the end of his career, and that's the end of this video. So to summarize his career, he had a lot of ups and downs, but that's you will see that from any athlete, from any player out there. They have their ups and downs. They have good seasons and they will have bad seasons. But for someone who played over 30 years, he did pretty well. So yeah, that's the end of this video. If you want me to make a part 2, which would be Shohei Ohtani as a batter, let me know if you want me to make a video in the let me know if you want me to make that video in the comment section down below. I will give you guys 1 week in order for you guys to decide if you want me to make this video. Make sure to click that like button. It really helps me out a lot. Make sure to subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time with another video. Peace.